And sing along if you know the words.
It's no joke when you choke, so get LifeVac and live. Without breath, there'll be death. So get LifeVac and live. Get LifeVac and live. Get LifeVac and live.
LifeVac and live.
Wow.
Get LifeVac and live.
You should. You really are. It's a
Yeah, I'm
catchy
thinking
tune.
about getting one.
Yeah. You know a guy?
I do.
So you were listening to the Golden Tones of Mike Rowe singing our theme song, which we may need to change because I have some breaking news.
No, it'd stay as our theme song.
It'll stay this theme song, but there is a name change in the office,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, well, I think part of the ability to reach out to people is I've noticed from being on media, right? We talk about the same stuff all the time. You know, there's this guy's good, that girl's bad, the economy, blah, blah, blah. But what I've seen doing LifeVac over the last 11 years is like the behind the scenes world, right? The reality of it. And I think what we're missing is regular people, you know, and people in either business or in a field or in a passion to try and make a difference, the leaders of those entities. And we need to get that voice in front of the people to stop this almost the fake challenges we face and get to the real challenges we face. You know, Slightly Myth guy is bringing up some of the real challenges, and I think it's
You'll
important.
hear him from Slightly Myth guy later.
Yeah,
played by Arthur Lee.
I'll maintain my mythness, I suppose, but I think that's why. I think it's time. If you watch any late night shows or any of these things, you know, they bring on this consultant or this analyst or this politician. They don't get a paycheck. They don't write their name on the paycheck. They don't employ people. And 90% of them, their job is come on and talk about stuff. Well, there's no risk in the game. There's no skin in the game. There's, you know, things go bad. Oh, yesterday things went bad. They take their check and they go home. They don't work 24 hours now to recover from this issue or this problem or know what it's like to hire people nowadays or to deal with the government restrictions. They just talk about it.
Right.
So, you know, between Millennium Girl, Myth Guy, I think we can try and bring in real situations, real voice.
So now
the challenges of LifeVac are not unique necessarily.
Exactly.
They're just so exaggerated because if we have a problem implementing something that could save children's lives, then we got a problem.
Right.
So
Man in the Arena, brought to you by LifeVac.
Yeah.
Say, for instance, you know, these times are a little challenging with the whole gender situation. So at times it might be person in the arena, woman in the arena, giraffe in the arena.
Giraffe.
I think we
should change the name again.
Depending. So
I love giraffe.
We don't want to leave anybody
giraffe
out.
is God had a sense of humor. There's no way that he didn't do that just to have some fun.
Right.
Like, what does he do?
Yeah.
Just cruises around and eats leaves and stuff. He's cool as hell.
And have you seen the tongue?
I know, it's
Yeah,
amazing. I
it's
love
very,
giraffe.
very crazy.
I want to ride one.
Kind of like the 4th or 5th week in a row, we've had the most amazing, and we just had
I think
clocks
the
fall off the
audience
wall.
is going nuts tonight. Let's say hello to our student audience.
Yes,
Studio audience.
Look at them. We have a camera. Look.
Look
at yourself.
We're going nuts.
They're growing.
We're
Leaps
packing it in.
leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds. It's pretty
Without
cool.
NBC.
Pretty cool. One of the things that won't change with our show, okay? So Men in the Arena, brought to you by LifeVac, but we'll always have a save of the week.
Always have a
save of the week. And joining us from Pittsburgh, PA, right at this very moment, he's been waiting in the virtual green room.
Yes.
Chris Gray from Pittsburgh, PA.
Appreciate it.
How are you, Chris?
Doing good. How are you gentlemen doing today?
Doing great.
Good. We really appreciate you coming on. Chris went on with you at Shop HQ when you were out in Minneapolis.
Was that your debut on the Shop at Home television? Shop HQ in Minneapolis.
That was the debut right there. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, let me say you did a great job coming on and sharing your story. I thank you then, and we knew that you were going to be joining us tonight, so we thank you again. So for everyone, you know, watching on Facebook, watching on YouTube, watching on Roku, watching here, our audience watching it live, kind of bring us back to where LifeVac, how it found its way into your home.
Wow. So I guess it was probably early May last year. My daughter made the suggestion. She found this device that she thought was neat for the grandkids, and she sent me a picture of it and asked what I thought. I've been a paramedic for over 25 years now and a firefighter. And I work in occupational safety and health now. So my daughters know that I'm always watching for different products and recalls and safety and all that. And so she sent it to me, and I said, looks interesting, got potential. So I looked at the relative cost of it, and I said, why not? So I told the wife, I said, we bought some, sent them home to the kids, ordered one for our camper that I stay in when I'm on the road traveling and working. And that was it. That was the first part of May. And I threw it in the cabinet and with my trauma bag. And then me and the wife went on vacation to Key West for a week. Yeah, went down to Key West, first time ever. Wonderful trip. Got back to Pittsburgh, PA. And that was the first leg of our 2-week trip. And I decided, we had a couple days before Memorial Day for the next leg, and we're going to cook a steak. So I cooked a ribeye steak on the grill. And that's when life made some changes, I'll tell you. Cut the steak up and took I think probably my second or third bite, and a real small bite, and got stuck in my throat. And I knew right away my airway was blocked. And so I was trying to remain as calm as possible. Remember my training. I knew that I only had a little bit of air in my lungs. And my wife knows that I will not tell her to call an ambulance or call 911 unless it's an emergency, because she knows my medical training. So she knows if I see a situation that I think is serious enough where I'm saying call for reinforcements, then she knows. And so I was trying not to scare her, but I looked at her and I just kind of pointed at my throat, and I held my hand up, and I was like, I mouthed call 911. I'm trying to hold my hands out. And her eyes just got big, and it kind of scared her. For good reason. And she asked me, she goes, are you choking? And I just kind of shook my head. And she said, do you want me to go get that LifeVac thing we bought out of the cabinet? I'm like, yeah, I do.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I'm going to tell you, I'm thinking, okay, this thing better work. This is, I'm thinking, there's been no trial runs. There's been no tests on this thing. We bought it. We put it in a cabinet. She gets it. She grabs it. And I'd read how to use it. And it was just simple. You place it, you push, you pull. Right. I remember it was the 3 Ps. Right. And it's kind of like we tell everybody in my line of business how to use a fire extinguisher, the PASS method. Right. Pull, aim, squeeze, sweep. So I'm thinking this is easy to remember. 3 Ps. Place, push, pull. So she brought it out to me, and I ripped it open, damaged it. That's it. Did just like Mr. Arthur there's done. I put it on my face, and I pushed it, and I pulled, and there was nothing. But I could feel it moving a little bit. So I pushed again real frantically. And about the third or the fourth push, I felt the steak come up. And when it came up, it kind of landed in the mask, kind of in my mouth. I was just spitting, grasping a breath of air, and it was life-changing. I'm not going to lie. Being the patient, and I've dealt as a paramedic with hundreds, if not thousands, of patients in my career. But being on the patient end of that, and knowing, I know I hear everybody talk about, yeah, you've got 3 or 4 minutes before you start having, permanent brain damage and things like that. But when you're on that end of it, your life flashes before your eyes. I mean, I'm married. I've got 3 boys, 3 girls. I've now up to 6 grandchildren. At that time, we had 3. And it really makes you appreciate it, humbles you for such a simple device. And Arthur, I'm telling you, I owe you a big hug. I meant it when I was on Shop HQ. You're a hero in my book. You're a lifesaver. Because since then, I've now got 3 more grandchildren. And I live to see 50. And so it was definitely life changing for me.
Well, it's interesting to hear from someone who was saved. We hear from parents who saved their children, and first responders who saved children. Your gratitude and the way you're thinking of the others, the grandkids, and your family, it gives another avenue to the gratitude for saving lives. That you're able to convey that we saved a 2-week-old. They're not explaining, how grateful they are. And it's interesting to get that feeling of depth of a person's life, right? You affect your children and your grandchildren and your wife and your family and your community. Being a paramedic, you're the one saving lives.
And now your company.
To hear you say
Brought it
that
to the company.
is it's really amazing. And I really appreciate you sharing the story. I think it really brings to life how quickly it can happen, how you could be trained, and thank God you didn't panic. The gratitude to your wife for kind of reminding you might want to use the thing.
Your daughter for presenting it to you.
Yeah.
Had you heard about LifeVac before your daughter presented it to you?
I never have. I
Yeah.
never heard of a device like this, and it's just so amazing that something so simplistic in appearance and the way that it operates has had such a profound effect on thousands of people's lives, and more than thousands. Those are the people that you guys have created an avenue to save, and I'm one of them.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've got.
Hey, yeah, come here, Jackie. Hey, check this out. You were talking about your
family and
your
connections.
family.
Yeah.
This is the reason LifeVac exists. There she is.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. She was 7 when I heard of a child her age, 7-year-old, that choked to death, and she was the inspiration and the motivation to do it. And like you said, she's still here, right? That's kind of the whole theme. That's the goal. Let's still be here and not devastate your family or my family. And that's just an amazing. It's just to hear it from someone who saved themselves. You know?
That question comes up so often,
Hi, Tilly.
especially who spend time at Shop HQ or just people in general go, can you, do you have to be laying down? Can you save, can you save yourself? And you're a great example.
Yeah, you can. One of the things that in my training for years, we were taught, of course, it was the Heimlich maneuver, and then you couldn't call it that. It was upper abdominal chest thrust, and the finger sweeps, and we teach people, and we've been taught ourselves, how do you stop choking yourself? Well, you can use a chair or a counter or these different things. But the harsh reality of it is, I don't think people realize that, even when you're talking about CPR and trying and attempting that, the success rate on it. And when I sit there and think, I mean, I'm a big guy. I'm 260 pounds, and my wife's 110 pounds soaking wet, maybe, right? And you start thinking, when she gives me a hug, she can't even put her arms around me and make her hands touch. She's so tiny. I'm 5'2", right? And here I'm this big, 6-foot guy, and there's no way someone, that different size is going to be able to properly be able to give you a chest thrust or a Heimlich. It's not happening.
No.
But there's a device that's so simple that not only can I do it myself, but there's no doubt in my mind, if I was laying on the ground unconscious, a 5'2", 110-pound lady could put this and work it, right? And I'm like, this thing's amazing. So what I did once I figured out, hey, this thing is amazing and it works, and obviously I'm living testimony of this. So I went back and I started talking to my company about it. The position that I hold is a safety manager with a large engineering firm, about 14,000 employees wide engineering firm. We're located, matter of fact, we've got jobs going on up in New York and everywhere. I started talking to them about it, and I said, it just doesn't make any sense to me. We're talking about putting AEDs in all of our offices. We're talking about putting first aid kits in all of our fleet trucks. We're talking about having all of these kits in our offices or regional offices around the country. Why do we not have this device there? And so I just gave a presentation on Monday to one of our all hands division meetings. And after that meeting, I got a chance to talk to several of the senior VPs and the CEO of our company. And they're looking into acquiring those for all of our fleet vehicles now and all of our office buildings. So
see, regular people changing the world. That's what it takes.
I've actually got a safety conference. I'm flying to Kansas City, Missouri, to our world headquarters out there in September I'll probably actually be presenting this again to all the executives out there, and hopefully you guys will be seeing a rather large order come in towards the end of September. So I'm proud of the company for that. So,
this is the thing, and my friend from second grade, my daughter Ricky, I've known my whole life. The audience, I know my own life. Everything we've done has been good people doing good things. I started Lenny's ice cream shop in a closet, which was cool because they had ice cream.
Big closet, that must have been a big closet.
No, it was a closet. I was in the broom was next to me. But it's all been the power of people doing good things. And like you shared that. You did that. I didn't know. It wasn't because you did it because you cared enough to share something that you knew could be helpful to people. And you really hit on something about being a big guy, and your wife not really. She's great hugging, but the Heimlich might not work so good. People with a disability, right? Our second guest tonight was going to be about that, but if you're in a wheelchair, and particularly now with the the technological advances, you got a computer, you got the joystick, you can't get your arms around, and they need a chance. They deserve a chance. So that comes to light too. But mostly it's that you went out there, you've helped people your whole life, and now you're going to save tons of people. You're going to save a lot of lives just from not this show because that's about our audience, but when you were on Shop HQ and talking to your company, that's how we change the world.
Hey, believe me, I give all grace to God. Let me tell you what, but whatever it wasn't for you and your invention, Arthur, I definitely would not be here. So I'm very thankful, very appreciative to you and your invention, and Miss Jackie here for giving you the
inspiration. She's the inspiration.
Absolutely.
And she helped me too, handed me glue and tape and stuff like that. When you're building a medical product, you need duct tape, you need glue. You got to have these things.
Oh yeah, what we say down in Louisiana, where I'm from, duct tape and WD-40. WD-40 to make things move that aren't, and duct tape to make things stop moving that are moving. They shouldn't be.
We got now we're thinking about the Home Depot medical division. Now you can go in there and start making medical products.
Yeah. Anything I can do to help. I'm going to tell you what. I really do believe in the product. It's the real deal. It works great, and it saves lives. And anything I can do to help support this product, I'm up for.
I you know what? Stay in touch. I appreciate you sharing your story. I appreciate you going forward. And I think from your line of work, as we get like today, was it today we saved the 2-week-old? Was it today?
Wow.
Today we saved the 2-week-old.
Impressive.
And 4 lives today. So stay, keep watching.
You were 9. Do you know your number from
I think it was 986, I believe is what Don.
And it was only last year, right? 2023.
Yeah, it was May 25th, 2023.
Crazy,
Anyone
right?
want to guess where we're at now?
Oh, no contest tonight, but yeah. Do you want to guess, Chris?
3,100.
I like his guess. Completely wrong, but I love it.
We're gonna get there, Chris. By the way.
All right, Chris at 3,100. What's your guess?
262,617.
2617.
617.
All right, get off our show for a little bit.
Okay. See you guys later.
Jackie,
hey, thank you. We're good,
Chris. Yeah, we're gonna hear more about this events that you got coming up, and we're here for you.
Us.
Yeah, we're
What's
here for you.
Up?
No, the event he was talking about for the training. We'll definitely support you, and anything you need from us.
I will. I'll reach out to you guys definitely for sure. I'm going to be out in Kansas City September 17th through the 20th for a 3-day convention out there. So I'll definitely reach out to you guys.
Let's get there.
Yeah, all we need is an invite. Say, ask me.
Absolutely, see what we can do.
Love to.
Let's just go.
Let's do it.
Where is it? Kansas City?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah. Kansas City, here we come. I think we just got canceled out of the Delta flight to Kansas City.
Perfect.
Yeah, they owe us. They owe us.
All right. You know what? I hope we see you in Kansas City because I'd like to go there. I want to meet you.
I'm definitely going to make it up to New York too.
Need that hug.
Thanks, man.
We'll see you along the way. What a great guy.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool when you get someone like a paramedic, and you know what? Their humbleness prevents them from. You know, I've seen a lot.
Mhm.
They didn't want to talk about what they've seen. You know, and they're very sincere with their story of success and why his death, right? Why he knows what it's like. His family, his grandkids are all gone because of this. Pretty amazing.
Yeah. So, wow, Chris Gray, awesome save of the week. Kathy Caruso is going to join us.
I thought she wasn't going to join us.
She was. No, she's not.
Yeah.
Also, Pat Fazio unfortunately couldn't join us. So
let's
we're
talk
move
about
right
all
on.
the people that aren't going to be joining.
Yeah. You know who else is not coming?
Mike Ragusa.
For Scott Scheffler, not coming tonight.
Not coming.
Not coming tonight.
Brad Pitt, he's out.
Brad Pitt's not going to be here tonight as well.
This could be a good
Seinfeld.
show.
Yeah.
Who's not coming.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Who
measure
blew us
our
off?
heads.
Who blew
Let's
us off?
measure our heads.
Yeah, we're gonna have the head measuring.
Come on,
Last week,
Tyler.
if you were watching, there was some discussion about large craniums, virtual planetoids, orange on a toothpick type of stuff. I grew up thinking that I have the largest head clearly on Rumson Road, maybe in Massapequa.
We're gonna find
But
out.
Arthur has a similar feelings from childhood.
Tyler
and now we're
Young
gonna find
here.
out.
Tyler Young's grandma's here too. Let's
Yep.
hear it for Tyler Young's grandma. And his mom. Mom's here too, right? All right. Giant head contest.
We want up to down.
Here.
And is
See,
it true,
write
Mike
it
Mike
on
Ragusa
here.
wanted to get involved with this?
He's not in the
Yeah,
giant head
yeah.
contest.
He'll take on the winner or the
Okay,
loser.
you write down the numbers secretly, and then we'll reveal. The winner. So this way, doofus.
This way.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
Ear to ear.
You can't call this
Oh,
young man a doofus.
Why not?
That's not
They're
right.
all doofus.
Is he able to call you a
Right,
doofus
don't
like
let
that?
him
He's
see
got a metal object on your forehead.
All right, write down.
That's not.
You're going down.
You can't-
I can feel my head being
I know.
bigger.
I'm trying to expand as we speak.
I wonder what my head is. This is we should have head of the
So
week.
like and share. If you haven't liked and shared already, I think this is a good opportunity for you to like and share.
I think he's cheating.
He wants me to win. I didn't call you doofus.
I love Tyler. He's a doofus.
He
goes
seems, you know what? Among else, he's a nice young man, and he's very impartial. I can tell that, right? Very impartial.
That's because you think you're gonna win now. Give me this
You
thing.
want the results now?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's get to it.
All right. So your head was 60 inches.
freaking gigantic.
Oh no, no, it said maybe that was centimeters.
60.
No, 60 centimeters. 60 centimeters.
Let's go
My head
metric.
is 5 feet big.
Let's go metric.
Sorry.
Finally, we get to the metric system.
60
How many meter
centimeters.
sticks did I have? Meter stick every year. We're converting. You better get down with this. Tens. The rest of the world, never.
60 centimeters.
Okay.
Yours was 61.5 centimeters.
Hey now!
No way. Give me
I
that.
don't know why I'm
measurement.
so happy. Look, we could have ended this if I tried on your hat today. That's
So it
it.
wouldn't be as much fun.
Yeah, true. Is this your first head measuring contest?
Yes.
You don't work at Nathan's for that hot dog thing, do you?
All right. Congratulations. Damn it.
So I'm
I
the
can't
big,
believe I lost.
I'm
the
the big
giant
winner
head
with the
contest.
huge cranium. Now, Mike Ragusa is in the audience. Shared with me a story from his pediatric visit. Mike, how old were you? Your nephew, but your nephew was visit, and he took a peek. Who took a peek at the notes?
My brother-in-law took my nephew to the pediatrician,
Yes.
and the pediatrician in his notes wrote head remains large.
Head remains large. So percentile, forget it. Throw out the percentiles. Head remains large.
I can't believe
Like
you
it was-
beat me in the giant
It's
head
okay.
contest.
Listen, you beat me in so many other things.
Yeah. No.
The life-saving department.
Giant head department. I thought I could win.
So another thing you wanted to talk about tonight was developments.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Prior to Myth Guy and Millennium Girl, whatever we're calling her.
Yeah.
Some
In suggestion box, what do we want to call Jackie? Millennium girl, person, whatever. You give us
girl in the
suggestions.
street, kid in the no.
Yeah, girl in the street.
Yeah,
Yeah. And if you like the cowbell, we lost the cowbell today in transit. But if
Yes,
you want more
it's a
cowbell,
tragic.
we're gonna. Yeah, it was.
What'd you do? Leave it at the top of the car?
Left the golf course. We played in a nice golf outing today for our friend Bruce
Shout
Stegner
out,
and
Bruce
others.
Stegner,
Shout out.
Massapequa Hall of Fame
Massapequa
today.
High School Hall of Fame, which you're a
I
charter
am, I'm
member
alumni.
in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, I think I turned the windshield wiper. It was safe, but the windshield wiper came up, blew the cowbell, and off she went. No,
That's kinda
no
cool.
injuries. No injuries. Yeah.
Did it make cowbell
boom,
noises
boom.
as
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
going?
So,
Wow, we should have recorded that.
so developments.
Developments.
A lot
Okay.
of
Well-
state, the big state.
Big state. The really big news, I guess, is our progression, right?
Mhm.
And I offer to give one to every school free because the tragedies that I heard about when I was in Milwaukee and then talking.
And they wanted to
budget.
talk about budget.
But for the we won't tell the state, but the entire state school system will be outfitted with LifeVac. The order went out. So yeah, a round of applause for everyone here.
You know what? When I talk about that, so just recently I was at the shop HQ, and some of the hosts all say this should be in every school, and I nod and I go, yeah, we're in a lot of schools. Talk about some of the pushback from the other states, or just some of the things that they use, which they're mistaken, of course. But what do
Totally
they?
mistaken.
Yeah, what do they push back with?
Well, that's part of the reason why we're now manning the arena, because of what I learned on this side of the fence, and the way rumors and fear of our government, fear of this, fear of lawyers, when your fear is so great that you're willing to let a child die. Massapequa School.
Perfect
We're not
example.
allowed. We're not allowed. So think about what they're saying. We're required to let that child die. That's mental, because one, it's completely against the actual reality of law and what ethics, and two, that you would follow it. Right. Someone said you have to you punch him in the face and you save the kid. So that was the underlying reason for this awareness we need to bring out. Do the right thing. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, even before the ADA.
Yeah.
Recognizing that there are no options for certain individuals.
But if you look at this fear, it's the law is very simple. Do anything reasonable. And it's not do it. You are required to do anything reasonable to protect the child, to protect a patron of your restaurant. Anything reasonable. And that's why you see these little slips and falls and all these goofy things, because they say you weren't being reasonable with your care. And then you think, oh, I'll get in trouble if I save it. You don't get in trouble for saving a life. You don't get in trouble for trying to save a life. You get in trouble for letting someone die that could be saved. But the myth, we'll get in trouble. It's not in the rules or regulations and all this stuff that gets made up. And it's all made up.
Right.
It's all made up. And the frustration is they don't even research it.
No. The AHA has said,
it's not in the protocol. Well, the protocol states they don't make protocol. Right in their writing. And it says, we're guidelines and suggestions. You can't blame us. Their legal language says
the American Heart Association.
Yeah, and the Red Cross.
and the Red Cross.
But it's not that. It's made up.
Right.
And if you have people's lives on the line, your school, your restaurant, your elder care, whatever it is, you might want to look into it and make sure you're right.
Yeah.
So if you're too lazy and too afraid that you're willing to let someone die, we got a problem. Right? And then you get guys like him, right? And you get we're probably in now, that'll do 25,000 schools. So we're in 25% of schools. But here's the thing.
And they seem to have the right frame of mind in terms of protecting
and
their
we get
kids.
it all
Just
every
protect
time,
the kids.
all the time. The police are coming on like crazy because they're the ones that got to face it.
Yep.
They're the ones that have to sit there and deal with it.
Yep.
We had one, I'll read it. And we had one, I think today or yesterday, police officers saved a life. They already did a press release on it. They're proud to save lives.
Even the police departments that are willing to share that it wasn't widely distributed in every patrol car. It was the patrol officers. The fact that they're willing to share that story and they go, "Yeah, by the way, we'll get them now." That's brave. And
Well,
that's
because
courageous,
they have
and
courage.
that's saving
They
lives.
still have courage. And they have courage to do the right thing. They have courage to share to save others.
Right.
And they have courage to adapt, even to kind of admit not having it. Right. It's almost like they're still in the world of reality. If you make a mistake, you take credit for it. You adapt and you do things. And if some officer saves a life, you say, good job.
Right.
You don't say, shoot.
Yeah.
Don't talk
tell
about
anybody.
that.
Yeah.
We have to let people die. So it's reassuring. But the big news is,
So it's a
First
big state.
state-
We're not going to mention
Right,
the state
not
yet, but it's not New York.
No.
Big
But
surprise.
every school in the state will be equipped with
That's
LifeVac.
awesome.
Since we started, I haven't done it in a while. It's a little painful, but last time I checked, almost 100 kids have choked to death in school.
Since
I
LifeVac was
started,
invented.
Yeah. So, and then since we've been selling it, the last 6 years, it's like 50 something. It's about 9 kids a year.
Mm.
No one knows that. But here's the other cool big thing that's kind of happening. We have a shot at saving 2,000, we'll save 2,000 plus this year if we keep pushing and going. The fourth leading cause of accidental death is choking. 5,000 plus people a year. First time in the history of man. I was talking with this about Jackie when we were playing trivia driving home last night. 12 men have walked on the moon, right? No one has ever cured a leading cause of accidental death, ever. We are going to cut it in half, and we're going to cure it.
Wow.
First time ever in mankind history.
I think that deserves a big clap. That's awesome.
Oh, but when you put it in that kind of perspective, right, that in our lifetimes, we're just a team of people, good people, eliminating a leading cause of accidental death.
Mm.
And like when that guy was talking about his gratitude, it hits home when we all read these saves, right?
Oh,
And you read
every day.
about the 2-week-old and
Yep.
the one that just came in, that you see the ripple effect of that.
Mhm.
But for the first time, we're going to solve this problem. We're going to cure these deaths. But I think I have some cool, I want to read some of these.
Yeah. Until that 5,000 goes to zero. Right.
Well, we'll get there.
Yep.
But if we
absolutely.
can cut it in half this year, right? And we keep the momentum, we keep talking about it, we keep having these humongous audiences come in.
And the amazing thing from a garage in Massapequa and a home in Massapequa, family in Massapequa,
Hey, look,
not only
we can
across the
watch
country,
ourselves
but
as well.
wow, this is technologically frightening. But across the world, you know, it's great enough to save
yeah.
lives here. The
Hey.
first save
Do you
was from
remember what
England.
we're at? 27 countries?
Oh,
Oh, Don's going to yell at us both.
yes. And Steve's having
He's upset too.
Yeah. everyone's upset about the international questions.
What
But
about the
it's
head
okay.
measuring contest?
Yeah, the head measuring contest, that is going to be, I think the internet might shut down the internet. It may.
It was
I wonder if there was
trend.
any off like online betting with that. I wonder if people had time enough to say, my money's on Rick's fat head.
I can't believe you beat me in that.
I know it's going to take a while to sink in.
Yeah. It's not
You
good.
may
We just said
call for
at 9:23 we saved the life.
at 9:23
Yeah.
while we're on.
But it wasn't- the real 1-year-old in Wisconsin. As we're sitting here talking,
It's amazing
1-year-old. That's the 5th today.
because that's everything's in motion. You know what you started in 2012 and getting out there, and it's still people are distributing and training and putting into use.
You know, it's that guy, talking about it. 14,000 employees, and now being
Yeah, it's a huge company.
But it's really Horton Hears a Who. We have to just keep screaming
Oh,
and not get the little thing dropped in the oil.
Yeah, that wasn't my biggest Dr. Seuss strong point. Was
You guys know Horton Hears a Who?
Horton Hears a Who? Anybody? Get a
Hands?
lot of blank stares. Anthony doesn't like it.
Lee? Jackie, you know Horton
I know
Hears a Who?
where it is.
We're here. We're here.
It's
we're
hard to
here.
say. Boy, just got a shot at the audience. They looked slightly perplexed. There they are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
they
we
are.
messed them up
That's it,
by
stupid.
Horton Hears a Who.
So do we want to get
I gotta
to?
stop saying
Do
it.
we
No
want to
one
get
knows
to
what I'm
Millennium?
talking about. Yes, I
Yeah,
think so.
Jackie Lee, back.
Yay!
Come on in.
Hi again.
Hey, getting ready to go back for sophomore year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now this whole new segment, or it's a segment, may be remote at some point in the future,
Yeah.
but you're still on the Forge On.
Yep.
You saw the
Still here.
miracle of this, whatever platform that we're using to bring people in from Florida to be
Yes.
on us every week. Now, millennial
What, you got any ideas? for
Person.
me?
I don't know.
what?
I'm not a millennium.
No, I know
Hello,
that. I
but-
don't know what to
What
call that.
what are you?
No, but we gotta have a good name.
What
Like
group are you in?
Gen Z.
Gen Z. That's all right. Gen
Gen
Z.
Z. Gen Z? We just call you Gen Z, the Gen Z segment?
If that works.
Yeah.
They're gonna think your name's Gen Z.
Jumpy the Gen Z.
We'll
So-
think about it.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
think the theory is like the man in the arena to gather someone's perspective from your age coming in.
Gen Z in the arena.
We're still in the
Easy use.
why are you messing with my dude?
I wanted Arthur to come out and play a little bit. Stretch his legs.
Didn't look healthy.
Yeah.
So tell me what so we were talking about obviously she's involved in knockoff. She does it on her Instagram. She's seen it from the ground up. And last time we were sharing about how they just break all the rules and put it on. And she told me today tell me the story about your friend with AI. What happened?
Oh
So-
gosh.
This is my friend.
AI,
And-
for those of you, artificial intelligence.
Not Arthur full intelligence.
Yeah. AI.
Yeah. So my friend, she's on TikTok, and she was just, how you always get ads. You'll get ads on her
Sure.
anything, no matter where you look. And she got an ad, and it was one of the influencers that she follows and that she's a big fan of. And it was her just like promoting this like product. And she's like, you know what, like, I love this girl. Like, I want to see what this is. So she went ahead and there was like a link with it, and she filled everything out. And then she realized that it was total scam, and that the girl that she thought it was just completely AI generated.
It generated a version of the influencer that your friend follows. And how
Yeah.
long did it take her to figure
When
something's not right?
when she started getting like notifications that she was like getting scammed, it was
Wow.
like bad. But it's crazy because it could be anything. It's your face. They stole her face.
Well, they steal me. They steal you.
They
They steal.
they made her talk.
I know, but that's the
Crazy.
second. Don't suck your face while we're trying to have a show.
That's-
What are you doing?
I don't know.
No, it's this way anyway. You gotta make it stick like this.
Yeah. Place that was me. Sorry. Excuse me.
Hey, it's good for making.
Oh
fun.
man, that Chinese.
But the point of that is, right? We see it where they copy everything, right? They
Right.
take our ads, they take me and her, they take everything and they reproduce it. Now they're kind of reproducing from scratch, right? They're recreating an influencer, and it's part of the man in the arena. We got people need to be aware, right? That a fake LifeVac, because it's me and it's this, it doesn't matter. You
Yeah.
know, it comes up and it's green, it's 1995, it's fake.
Right.
And it's going to kill you.
Yeah.
But what was the other part you said? So the course you took, talk about that a little bit.
So this past semester, I took it was a self-care humanities class,
A
and
self-care who?
humanities.
Humanities. I know.
Yeah, I
Remember
really
that?
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Never taken that.
But-
Lenny, did we take that?
I think we passed.
Yeah. We passed
Yeah.
that one.
Well, either
You're
way,
gonna
I
study
really-
No.
You took the final four? No.
we were in college, we had calculus, and I was sitting there, I'm trying to kill myself. And Lenny looks at it, closes his book, goes to bed. I go, you gonna study? He's like, no.
No. It's in God's hands.
I studied for like 2 more minutes. I'm like, he's right. We're not figuring this
Yeah.
out. We both went to bed, dropped calculus. All
And
right,
yet,
sorry.
and yet, on a side note, and yet we still know our 7th grade French dictation.
Bonjour, Guy.
On va à la plage?
Non, on va chez Suzanne.
La
La
vie de
vie
ma
ma
cousine.
cousine.
And scene. Nice.
Thank you, Mr. Tyler.
Yeah, madame.
Madame
Bonjour.
Tyler.
Ça va?
Bonjour, Guy.
All right, sorry.
Oh,
We
sorry.
digress.
We do.
digress.
We
We
digress.
do. We digress.
All right, undress us.
Okay. Anyways, so I took a humanities class, and we did one of the lessons was about the benefits of AI and how it can actually be useful. And at first I was like, okay, I know this side of things.
bad
It's like
side.
I was really interested in the good because it was just really it's scary, you know? So I was looking at it, and the only thing that really stuck out to me, there were a few things that were a lot of times I was like, you could just kind of think
You
and
can do it
you could-
yourself by using your
Yeah.
brain.
But get lazy. It's
Mhm.
like Cliff Notes or Monarch
Yeah.
Notes.
So, but
Mhm.
actually in like a beneficial way, what I thought was interesting is if you like type in something, you can see like different perspectives on things that you might not really think of. So if you're just like, I don't know, you had a question about anything, you can just be like, give me a different perspective. They'll give you a whole list of all different like types of people or jobs or anything. And I was like, that's pretty cool.
So
But-
basically, the potential was to, if you use it to open up your mind, not replace your mind,
Right.
but to give you different thoughts and what could be or could be done, which I thought was pretty cool that you looked for that and found it, because
Yeah,
I think
problem solving.
99% of the world is scamming people by redoing stuff and being lazy and saying, write it for me, and writing it and being done. But so credit for trying to find the good in it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, just like in life, everyone gravitates. The headlines are grabbed by the nonsense. Not enough time is spent on, good use of AI or a positive. You get coverage, but not as much as the nonsense. So that's pretty cool. I just know that AI was cover letters, great stuff for cover letters.
Well, it's like Cliff Notes. You're right. It
Yeah.
does seem that way.
Yeah,
Which
they
I
don't
was a
even
big
happen
fan
anymore,
of,
right?
but
You guys remember Cliff Notes, but they don't have those anymore, right?
they got AI. They don't need it.
Yeah.
You don't even have to read the book.
Yeah. We haven't had a lot of comments. So does this will be an ongoing segment, and once we get it named, and it's going to be your perspective of folks, obviously in your age group and not in our age group, because we don't get anything. We're just we're set in our ways, right?
Well,
We're old dog.
I think we have to, we have challenges that we never faced, right? And we worry that our kids, can't communicate and they can't speak well, or their answers come too easy. But it's not fair. Let's get their perspective. And I think she often will open my mind to something, right? To say, did you think about it that way? And I think it goes back to the original, I'm the analyst and I'll tell you what. Well, we're not 20, right? So we should understand that better from them, right? And having seen so much going through LifeVac, she's been there in the garage. She's seen me, researching and get my butt kicked again.
And heard about all the
again and again, and people telling me it can't be done. You're gonna get sued and it won't work.
And most of that was Anthony.
Yeah, I would say that. He was big on that.
Supportive.
Lenny gave me ice cream.
Yes.
And I could stand in his freezer.
And he gave you the closet and
and the cowbell. Yeah.
Big hand.
Wrong one.
Yeah. It's very similar to the clapping that we get from Bobby.
I know, but it's in this cool box.
Yeah.
So
we spared no expense, by the way. The budget for sound effects.
We're going nuts.
Yeah.
We're going nuts. That's high tech, man. It's like AI.
It might be a knockoff.
All right. I know. There's two that I was going to read.
Is this saves? Were we transitioning? Because I don't even want to get you into Slightly Miffed Guy if you don't want to.
Well, I was a little miffed over the school thing, but I'm all right. All right.
Good.
What was our guesses on save? Well, how about this? Were you cheating?
We had
how many saves do you think we have this year?
Oh, I said from the get-go 2761.
Whoa. 2636 is what we're at today.
Oh,
2636.
Is that the graphic? Is that
oh yeah.
graphic?
Do we have the graphic?
Hey,
I
hey, Bobby.
probably screwed it up.
Hey Bobby, we had no contest tonight, so let's just with a little bit of a drum roll. No. Screaming. Here we go. Bobby, are you ready?
Need a new side of this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you hear that?
That was cool.
Could you do that again, Bobby?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Let's hear it,
yeah.
audience. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, here's a question. How many this year?
Increasing every year.
Yes.
I'm going to say since January.
No.
All right, that normally starts the year, so I'll say yeah.
Yeah.
You're good.
I'm going to go with 674.
All right, and Tyler?
Well, I mean, I have probably a little
better idea
Yeah, but
based off stories.
because of the head measuring.
But I'm gonna say about 1,500.
Oh, Grandma, you want to guess?
Huh?
I'll say 1,800.
Mom?
Well, we said in May there were 900.
Wow.
How about
Right. So we talking January to this, or we talking from July to July?
January to August?
January to August, May. I would say 20.
Now, for those of you watching, hey, Alicia Malone. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Hi, Alicia.
yes, Alicia,
Yes.
go ahead, put a guess in.
But as we're guessing, next week, you're going to anticipate doing the same guessing for next week's number, but there'll also be prizes involved.
And Jackie's got an idea for like a way we interact contest thing. It's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Anyway,
Definitely.
1,016 lives this year.
1,016 this year.
And already 24 this month.
Wow.
Yay, so good.
We can clap. Come on, we don't need this thing.
That's fantastic. And we've got to get some good, neat giveaway prizes for the audience.
Give away
Tried
me.
pizza. Yep. We've got the Arthur.
But wait, here's one. Listen. So this was a lemon drop candy. Choking PS late. Last night we had another, I won't use names, blank scare.
HIPAA.
Blank and I were sitting downstairs and Blank came down. He snuggled next to me on my recliner. The middle of the cup holder, I had lemon drops that I was eating. He was interested. He took one and chewed it. And we're like, oh, he's okay. He ate it. Then he grabbed another. As quick as that, he was choking. Freaking scary. He sat up, started gagging, and was gasping for air, holding his hands around his neck. In typical freak out fashion, I pop out screaming he's choking. We jump on our feet and start patting his back and hard, and nope, he's still choking. Now gasping for air and grabbing me. I flip him around and start to Heimlich, and X sprints upstairs, spilling his beer everywhere and falling over the side of the couch. Nothing is happening. He's still not able to clear breath, screaming for X. He's not okay. He's choking. He's choking. He came back. Chris is back. He's LifeVac choking device in hand. I'm holding Caden up. He's conscious, but more and more limp. Runs down after hearing me screaming. She runs over to help. The device, Chris CNA is certified and trained. Goes to put it up around his mouth. He tries to block it and say, it's okay, we're helping you. He puts it on, pops it once, nothing. He does it again, quickly does it again. Just like that, the candy came out.
Wow.
We sat there shaking and we're like, that was terrifying. He went from turning blue and no, not breathing to being just fine. He smiled, laughed a little, then took my hand and gave his nonverbal cue to send me to bed. I tell this story because I never thought we would use that thing, but I couldn't be more grateful we had it. Keaton absolutely loves the movie Toy Story, so in the words of Woody, if you don't have one, get one. Do you feel LifeVac saved a life? Yes.
Wow. That's today.
That was just a little while ago, and that was a
Age?
14-year-old.
Wow.
Has some nonverbal challenge.
Wow. Not much. Wow.
But when they
Incredible
sometimes
story.
when they detail it, you really feel it, right?
Yeah.
Like you've seen a bunch of them.
Yeah.
All right.
The color always.
We do it?
Yeah. We wow, that was incredible.
Yeah.
Great stuff. I mean, that's the wonder of being part of the LifeVac family is having a
You have
tremendous
one that
amount of
you
laughs,
remember?
crying, laughing again, crying again. What's up?
Oh, I don't know.
I was just asking if she had one save in particular that sticks in her head.
Gotta be Jackie.
Well,
First
the
one.
first one, obviously,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like that's like the
Yeah.
staple.
Yeah.
So.
So Monday nights at 9.
Hey, let's measure your head.
9:15.
Oh, right.
We're gonna measure Jackie's head, and more on that next week. Join us again on Man in the Arena, brought to you by LifeVac. And if you hadn't heard already, go to the website for goodness sakes, lifevac.net. If it's
My
too
head's
good to be
5
true,
feet
it
thick.
probably is. Don't get a knockoff. Doug Tobin checking in, amazing,
Thanks, Doug.
truly a blessing. Bless you, Doug Tobin.
Yeah.
And,
all the people
keep
watching
going,
out there.
LifeVackers. We'll
Thank
see you next
audience.
week.
Let's hear it
Thank
for
you, audience.
audience.
So we'll be here. We'll see you next week on the Man in the Arena.
There'll be more cowbell.
There will be.